Okay, we're all good and ready. Hey, everybody, it's Brandon Doherty, Delaware Weather Guy. I just wanted to give you a, what's this, 10 of 5 update on the impending storm that is coming our way. Little has changed. There have been some, I have made some slight adjustments, and I think what you want to know, and I'm trying to gather that from my comments, is that I think you want me to go over the areas where I think there'll be more snow than other places. Okay, and I get that. All right, so I'm going to go over what I posted today and show you, and also show you what adjustments that I'm making. But really, they're not big adjustments. Okay, I scrabbled there. All right, let's start with the timeline. All right. So the timeline, let's go with that. Okay, so here's the timeline is pretty simple. Remember, this is a 2-part storm, Sunday morning through Sunday evening. Snow moves into the entire area by Sunday. So pretty much by Sunday at 2, 3 o'clock, it's snowing everywhere. Everybody has snow. It's snowing. There's no rain. There's no mix. There's no nothing. Okay. By Sunday night, like 7, 8 o'clock, there's probably in most places 2 to 3 inches, could upwards to be even more upstate. Okay, depending on the vorticity and the intensity of how fast the snow is falling. Now, that's when you'll start to see a slow changeover as we go on in the night. About 11 or 12 o'clock, it'll start to probably mix downstate, change over to rain downstate, and then slowly creep up north. How far north? Pretty much the stopping point will be south of Wilmington. That's pretty far, but this cold air in place isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, and it has to fight south and southeast winds. When the coastal low develops, and the winds change to the northeast, that's when you'll see it change back all to snow. Now, Monday morning through Monday evening, there could be a dry slot through early morning Monday downstate. There could be just nothing but like a little mix or rain. Okay. But at Monday afternoon, everything changes back to snow. You're just going to see all these changes in precipitation type if you're from, I would say, from Dover on south. You're just going to see all kinds of precipitation types. Monday evening, all snow everywhere. Area south could still be in mixing, but it will snow again. And then Tuesday morning pretty much departs. All right, so now we're down to the meat. I know what you want to know. Okay, so I'm going to start from the north. I'm going to go down to the south. All right. Points north, Tallyville, Pike Creek, areas along the Concord Pike area and out to Route 1, over to Claymont and Bellefonte and Edgemore, okay, along the river, and just south of Newcastle. All right, this area is going to see anywhere up. It could be from 8 to 12 inches. 8 to 12 inches. Okay, 12 with being the high. Depending if it's in this band. Okay. From Middletown, Clayton, Smyrna, Dover, Camden. All right, your snow comes tomorrow, mostly tomorrow, and you could see still anywhere between 5 to 8 inches. okay, because it's going to change back to snow. All right. Now, that's still within my range that I gave this morning. So that hasn't changed. I'm just giving you a more specific number. So, you kind of have a general idea. And then areas to the south of, let's say, Harrington and Milford, you're kind of like on that borderline between 5 and 8. Okay. Areas to the south and to the west, Delmarva, Laurel, Seaford, Harrington, Milford, Georgetown, Millsboro, Milton, Delaware, Milford, Lewis, Rehoboth, Bethany, Dewey up here, Ocean City down here. You will see more likely 2 to 4 inches before the changeover. Now that's a little under my range of max of 6. That it may be a stretch for that. So that is probably the biggest adjustment that I made, is that, the 6 may be a stretch, but I'm going to keep it and just say it's going to be probably more. The high end is probably going to be like 4, because you're going to see a lot more rain and a lot more mix before, the change back to snow. That's really it. I mean, I could get into models. I could show you, different things. One thing to be aware of is, as the storm makes a pivot, okay, just say like this is where it is. Okay, if this is the low, and as soon as it starts to pivot, all right, all that east to west moisture now sets up. Now there, it's called a conveyor belt. A cold conveyor belt. Where that cold conveyor belt sets up, if it sets up on the 95, 95 gets blasted. If it sets up north and west of 95, in Lancaster and Exton and those areas out in a little bit further in inland areas north and west of 95, Harrisburg, Reading, Allentown, they're going to see a lot more snow, because it's going to stay snow and it's going to stay cold most of the storm. So has the storm done anything? Like I said, it's a 2-pronged storm. The first system comes in tomorrow, and everybody sees snow, right? So tomorrow, I would say by Sunday night, everybody will have 2 to 3 inches minimum. Okay. That's everywhere. As the storm starts to ramp up, and as the coastal storm starts to, load up, and then as it matures and as it starts to go north, the low will pivot, and it'll pivot, and then it'll set up that conveyor belt. Where that conveyor belt sets up, it could be. That's why I put 12 on the high end up north, because they're possible, if it sits there, it's going to get, these Wilmington and areas north are going to get bombed, okay, or going to get crushed. So it's where that banding sets up. Now, Monday night, 4 or 5 o'clock, everywhere, it will set up. It will be snow everywhere. Now it's going to be light. It'll probably be heavier upstate than it is downstate. And that's where you'll see your extra accumulations. Okay. And remember, the sleet counts as snow. That's just part of the deal. That's all I got. So I don't see any more adjustments either way. I mean, if it goes significantly higher, I would redo something. But if it's there's going to be shifts up north, there's going to be shifts south, there's going to be shifts west, there's going to be shifts east, but it's minimal now, and you sort of at this point just say, this is what I am forecasting for everybody, and you just go with it. You go with what you already have the data, what the data looks like, and to support it. And if I bust, I bust, sort of like. So this is a pretty good storm. This is, this is going to be a significant nor'easter. It could draw into that historic era, but the amounts aren't going to be there. But it's going to be the duration. It's going to be the duration. We're talking 50 hours, folks. 45 hours of straight precipitation and mostly snow for most of the area. I mean, that's pretty in of itself an epic thing. And if this were, if this were bombing off the southeast coast and coming up, we would get 2 feet. So here it is. This is what everybody wanted. So let's just enjoy it. Go out and play in it tomorrow. Go out and play in it on Monday, and let the kids enjoy having the snow, because they deserve it, and it's important that they get out and see this glorious, feat of nature and Mother Nature. All right, and I'll be in it. All right, that's it for me. I hope you have a great Saturday night, and please email me, or please, any questions I'll try to answer tonight or tomorrow. And I'll come on tomorrow just to say pretty much it's radar watching after that. After tomorrow, after tonight. All right. Brandon Doherty, Delaware, the guy saying, you know what? Adios.